Yo, got me a vid today. Ain't really vids, y'all. This vid, y'all can see. Speak out against Diddy. FREAKOFFS in court. Oh, FREAKOFFS. Crazy. Easy. Easy. Hey, y'all ever felt like Terry Crews always been like funny ever since y'all seen how he was in Friday movie? Like, have y'all ever like so all the people that watch Friday and they had the next Friday, shit like that. Y'all pay attention to how he played his role very well. Y'all ever think that he fishy? One of them. I don't want to say it and get in trouble. But he indifferent. Both sides of the fence. If he do, I mean, that's him. You feel me? His life. You know what I'm saying? No judgment over here. You don't judge people over here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, like, comment, and subscribe on the video. You feel me? Tell me what y'all think. Tell me how y'all feel about this vid. And give me y'all opinions on about Terry Crews and stuff like that. So, we about to go into this video right now. I see what's cooking. Hold on, let me. Hope y'all can hear the video. Make sure y'all can. Not for y'all. I don't think y'all could have heard the video. I'm gonna play it back though for y'all. I'm gonna play it back.
Terry Crews is one individual within the Hollywood industry that has spoken out against his higher ups. In this instance, he's speaking out against the head of motion picture department, which he explains to be one of the biggest agencies within the acting industry. And the title says he is squeezing my nuts. And unfortunately, I had to go through this crazy situation. These demons that run these companies. So let's hear him out. Unfortunately, he is the biggest agencies within the acting industry. And the title says he is squeezing my nuts. And unfortunately, I had to go through this crazy situation with these.
He is squeezing my nuts though. Ain't that in the scene? Ain't that in the scene in one of the Fridays movies? And Cat Williams stopped them from trying to do some wild stuff in the frat. Hold on. Am I cooking right now? Am I cooking? Hold on. Am I cooking right now? Hold on, nah. Let me shut up, man. I ain't trying to get in trouble, man. I ain't trying to get in trouble, y'all. But I was just saying about him being special. He Judging his balls, man. No, man.
These demons that run these companies. So let's hear him out. Let's hear what he has to say before we get into this video of Patrick CC really breaking down the entire scenario and what happened and how he ended up getting mocked in silence after, which is wild.
It's all started from a tweet you wrote.
Yeah.
And can you tell us what happened?
First of all, you know, back in February 2016, I was assaulted by Adam Bennett, who is the head of the motion picture department at William Morris Endeavor, one of the biggest agencies in the world, period. And what was wild is that my wife and I were at an event with Adam Sandler, and you know, the thing is, he's also Adam Sandler's agent. He's Sylvester Stallone's agent.
This man had a wife? Who's his wife? Y'all go in the comments and let me know who his wife is. I don't feel like looking this shit up. Y'all go in the comments and y'all tell me who's his wife. I ain't know he had no wife. Y'all knew that. I did not know this man had a wife. Damn.
He's Eddie Murphy's agent, and you know, he's connected to, you know, probably everyone I know in the business. And now, this is the thing. I did not know this man.
So you did not know him before this?
I have never had a conversation with him, ever. Okay, I knew of him, and I knew just because it's an agency thing, but the first time I ever actually had an interaction with him was at this event. And I'm looking at him, and he's basically staring at me, and he's sticking his tongue out, and you know, it's just overtly sexual kind of tongue moves. And I'm sitting there like, it's a party, it's packed, the whole thing, and I'm looking like, is this a joke? I mean, I don't understand. It was actually so bizarre. And he's coming over to me. He comes over to me. I stick my hand out, and he literally takes his.
Y'all, she look mad familiar. Who is that? I don't know who that is. Hey, don't grill me in the comments either. Don't grill me. I don't know who that. I don't know who that is. I don't. Yeah, y'all tell me who that is, man. I don't know who that is. I'm waiting for my food. I'm waiting for my food to get, y'all.
His hand and puts it and squeezes my genital, and I jump back like, hey. And
I'm sorry, I don't got sound effects for this shit, but what did he say? What did he say? Yo. This man, them people in the industries, y'all, man. Boy.
And he's like, and he's still licking his tongue out and all this stuff. And I go, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then he comes back again. And he just won't stop. And I really.
Bro. Black. Man didn't even have a balls enough to grip you like that. You was giving him advances. Or don't quote me on this. Or when he did that. Man. What? Him. Hey, you better look like Jody out there. What? Man, fuck that acting shit. What? Him. What? Bro. Grip your balls, bro, like that. And say, What? Grip your balls? Huh? Staying out there. He went for it again, and all you did was. Oh, you supposed to. Him. Swing. Him. He wouldn't do that to Mike Tyson.
Really got forceful, pushed him back. He bumps into all the other party goers, the whole thing, and he starts giggling and laughing. And let me tell you, Mike, I have never felt
giggling and
more
laughing, bro.
emasculated, more objectified.
So you didn't think anybody would believe you if you came forward?
Last year, no. Actually, I let it go. Actually, I put it in the back of my head, and
A man grab your balls on set in front of a lot of people, and he consistently assaulting you as a man, and you have a wife. I'm talking to the people. I ain't talking about him. I'm just talking to the people. You have a wife, bro, and he's humiliating you in front of people, and he's laughing. You putting that in the back of your head? Y'all just gonna let that slide? Now, I'm not talking about street dudes. I'm not talking to y'all niggas. You know what y'all doing. Well, not all of y'all. But talking to people with, like, normal, logical thinking people. What are y'all doing? I want to know. What y'all gonna do? Yeah. Him. Every time. Him. Ain't no. Don't touch me. What, bro? Bro, you look like, bro. I don't. My shit no caliber to. You know what I mean? With bro got, but look at that muscle, but bro like have Hogan out there, and he only put it in the back of his head. Why you putting that in the back? That shouldn't have been in the back. That's her. Bing! Retaliation. Jail. Like he ain't get put in the hospital. Like he ain't get. Wow. No promotion of violence, but that's crazy. That's crazy. Man.
Understood why women everywhere had to let it go. But let me tell you, when the Weinstein thing started happening, I got PTSD. I was going, oh my God, this exact thing happened to me. I understand why they won't come forward. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of times people go, well, why didn't you come forward sooner? But this is the thing, when a person of power breaks that boundary and violates that boundary, you're a prisoner of war.
Wow. So that's the scenario that happened, that went down. And, you know, it doesn't seem like this behavior is that type of, like, taboo in the industry at this point. It seems like all of the people with the power are doing it. And not only that, to speak on the guy that did it to him, that seems like straight demonic possession. Like, he was literally on demon timing, for real. But let's get into this video of Patrick CC. We all know his videos are great. So let's see what he has to say on this one.
In 2017, one of the most universally loved Hollywood stars, Terry Crews, attempted to warn us about the depraved nature of powerful executives in the industry. Not only did he share his extremely humiliating experience to a global audience, but he also tried to do the right thing and get justice legally, only for his case to be thrown out due to what seemed to be the LAPD being paid off. As if that wasn't bad enough, self-proclaimed macho men in the industry made fun of Terry for sharing his story, giving more of a reason for victims to remain silent.
Terry Crews is like the Hulk, and I just couldn't get how he said that he didn't, like he froze, like he was afraid.
A little chubby white man grabbed your nuts and you ain't do shit. That's funny.
I think it's hard for me to think that a dude with all those muscles can't tell.
Shopify is a platform that helps entrepreneurs get started down the path they want. Sometimes starting a business can be scary. I feel like I lost
An agent to not touch his ad.
Is there a chance that Terry just might be gay and hasn't come out the closet yet?
Because I had the same thought that...
Hey, bro, our people be wildin', bro. Do you think that Terry Crews is just gay? Like, why would he start off just saying that? Why they dogging that man, bro? I'm not gonna lie. Y'all seen without... Him. Get off me. I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. I can see if he was sharing his story and he like brutally whooped the dog fur off that man. Made him manless. With fists. Made him manless with grip. Man, that's fucked up, man. And bro probably got away with that stuff too. Like, that's not cool, bro. That's like people with a lot of money need to stop getting away with fucked up foul shit. Traumatizing and scarring people. But you was a grown ass man, but you should have handled that with no grace.
You just had.
Ironically, as much as these men tried to minimize Crews, all it did was expose themselves for being a cog.
Well, I mean, at this point, in this instance, I mean, him being gay is not really a variable in that situation. At the end of the day, another grown man had freaking grabbed his testicles with, like, randomly.
Wheel of Hollywood's evil machine. But this was just one of the countless dark moments in Terry's career. Although the world saw him as a lovable, muscular teddy bear, deep down he was suffering from a lifetime of pain. Today we are going to deep dive into the tragic story of Terry Crews, the gentle giant who never had to build a facade to be loved. The reason Terry Crews decided to become a chiseled 250-pound beast was because he thought he would have to kill his father.
A lot of my desire to be strong was because I knew one day I may have to kill my father.
Terry Crews was the son of a violent alcoholic father and an extremely religious mother.
And let me tell y'all something, bro. There's a lot of black kids who grow up in certain type of black homes where their parents doesn't realize everything that they do has an effect on their kid mentally, spiritually, and physically. So a lot of kids go through a lot of stuff that's dark, a lot of things that they don't understand, they can't fully comprehend. And even if their parents are here trying the best way that they possibly can, sometimes I know the generation before us as raising 2000, the early 2000 babies, I don't think they really realized like what they was doing to us, harming us. Not a lot of us from the early 2000s, as you can see, is like, well, a lot of people from the early 2000s that's growing up now, they like still traumatized. And this man is way above age, and he's telling like the only reason he looked that dang strong because he thought he might have to kill his pops because pops wasn't a good role model, wasn't a good father like he would probably want his father to be. And this is why like our people need to understand, like, or matter of fact, anybody in this world, father and mother, like, whatever you do, you know what I'm saying, you have to realize, like, you was a role model to your children. You can't be how you was before them. You gotta be different. You gotta change. Whatever the ways that you got, whatever things that you feel like that don't need to change, no, you need to change those things if they're not positive for your children, man. You gotta put your children first. It's a must, man. Must. But we're gonna get back into it, you know.
Mother.
Well, my earliest memory is my father knocking my mother out. He was physically abusive, just straight up. He would, and it's wild because he didn't hit us, because my mother would kill him.
Right.
But my mother let him hit her. Not let, I wouldn't even say let, but she would just say, she kind of took her abuse as par for the course.
Divorce was not even considered an option because of his mother's religious views, so Terry had to witness this constant violence through his formative years. Additionally, his mother's religion did not allow Terry to go to the movies, watch television, listen to music, or really do anything that was secular.
What was her religion? Boredom? No disrespect, but like, what was her religion? What religion does she got? Y'all put it in the comments and tell me what type of religion she got going on. Because what? 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 That man's already traumatized and suffering. Now you don't want him to be a child either. If you're not a parent yet, take this into consideration. It does come, and if it comes on an accident and you don't expect it, please prioritize. If you're not mentally together, please prioritize, man and woman, to please get your mindset together, get your life together for your child, man. We need to stop raising up children. Gotta stop. Gotta stop traumatizing our children. Got to. We gotta change the dynamic. We gotta change the stigma. We gotta change what's normal. Accepting that there's nothing you could do if the baby father not in the picture, so you just gonna treat your child like anything because you're doing it all by yourself. No, we're not doing that. We need to stop doing that. Y'all need to figure it out, work it out. And we gotta stop traumatizing these kids, man. Hey.
So he developed an incredible imagination and a knack for drawing.
I started this art ability simply because I had a huge imagination and was wondering what the world was like. I mean, people would tell me, you know, they went to the movies and they would...
Hate YouTube ads? You need this Chrome extension. I feel like I just found a Google cheat code. This Chrome extension lets you block ads or get paid to watch them. It's called Pi, and once I started using it, I was shocked at how much of my
describe the films, and I would try to draw them out.
Wow.
Because I couldn't see them.
Whether it was playing the flute,
I'm just waiting for
dancing,
my food,
painting,
y'all.
or acting, Terry knew he was destined to be an artist. But coming from Flint, Michigan, being an artist was not a realistic career, so he constantly felt the need to
He's from
suppress
Flint,
his
Michigan?
dreams.
Damn, I ain't
In
know
the
that.
9th grade, he was finally allowed to play sports, and being a larger kid, he gravitated to football. At Flint Academy High School, Terry was the backbone of their defense. Despite this, he never got any offers to play college ball. He did, however, receive an art excellence scholarship to attend Western
I
Michigan
see why he played the
University.
longest yard.
At WMU, he decided he would give football another chance. Due to his size and natural athletic ability, he earned a spot on the team as a walk-on player. As a defensive end, Terry was named to the All-American team by the National Strength and Conditioning Association. Over his college career, Terry Crews recovered 4 fumbles, which was one shy of a school record, and recorded 12 tackles in a 24 34-12 victory over Wisconsin. His play on the field helped him earn second-team All-Mid-American Conference honors. Cruz helped Western Michigan win the Mid-American Conference Championship in 1988. And even though Terry still believed he was destined to be an artist, he just had no realistic way of achieving that dream. Plus, he had a chance of making the National Football League.
All the way back to college when I...
Hold on, y'all, my fault. Ooh, you hurry up.
I was dating my wife. I told her we were sitting at a Wendy's parking lot. We were sitting in the Wendy's. They had little places in the front where we sit there. And I said, look, first I'm going to play in the NFL. Then we're going to move to Hollywood. We're going to make movies. I made that promise. You see, because I always talk.
Right.
And that's what got on everybody's nerves. Right. Okay, they was like, he talking again.
Yeah.
But I told her, I said, that's what we're going to do. We're going to play in the NFL. Then we're going to move to Hollywood and make movies. She was like, okay.
And all this talk about football is reminding me that it's the best time of the year. The NFL season and the NBA season are underway.
He's definitely a real one for not playing down his dreams, because I feel like when most people hear dreams like that, they usually tend to like not have faith in it or
If you got a dream and you told your significant other about your dream and she downplay your dream, leave her. If you have a man and you told him about your goals and your aspirations and your dreams and he downplay your dreams, leave him. Simple. Rory. Sign on, let me chill. Shout out Soul Illuminati, you know.
turn it down or belittle it.
And my partner, Underdog, wants you to turn your takes into the 91 and 92
So he was
seasons.
really a professional
If you didn't know, the vast majority of NFL rest of the Rams, he played in only 6 games that bonus cash 11th round. As a rookie with the LA Rams, he played in only 6 games that season on special teams and then sat out the rest of the 91 and 92
So he was
seasons.
really a professional
If you didn't know, the vast majority of NFL players don't earn those multi-million-dollar paychecks, especially in the 90s. Plus, if you don't make the official roster or you get hurt, you don't get paid. Cruz played for 6 different teams in 7 years. He was constantly getting cut and was never able to secure that big.
He played for the Redskins? What? You lying to me? This nigga played for the Redskins. They probably need it. Man, if they would have had his ass right now, crazy. And no, they not my team. They not my team. They not my team. My mom's team. Respect that. Respect that. Niggas. Yeah. Respect that. It's my mom's team. Respect that. Don't play with her team. Don't be no Dallas Cowgirls, boys fans. Don't come in. Don't do that. But damn, this nigga played for the Raiders. I never knew that. Damn, it's like a history lesson.
Contract. So he had to use his artistic abilities to make money.
I would get cut from a team. Okay. And, I played on 6 teams in 7 years, so that happened a lot. So I would go back into the locker room and ask the players if they wanted their portraits painted.
After being cut?
Yes, because that's how I survived. I was always on the end of the roster. I was never a big superstar. Wow. I was an 11th round draft pick. So my whole thing is, I mean, humility gets you far. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to make some money. You got to humble yourself. And I would go back in, and you know what was so cool? Because the big stars,
real shit,
like,
real nigga activity. Humble yourself.
Brother a painting, you know, and I'll give him some money. And it was really kind of cool. But the thing is, I was really good.
It would take him about 2 months to complete a painting, as it was done entirely by hand. But he would charge the players about $5,000 per piece, and that was enough to pay his rent, feed his wife and 2 daughters. Terry even says the reason he is bald is because he was so broke.
Back in 1991, I had the most beautiful flat top you could imagine. And then I went to the NFL and I was like, oh man, my high top is so beautiful. And then I got cut. And so I was like, oh man, barbershops cost money. And I had no money. I mean, I literally was broke. I just went, I'm going all out. I'm shaving it off. And I was so disappointed.
Were you really?
Bro, wait, first of all, you gotta talk about, I didn't know it was lumpy. I had no idea there was lumps in my head.
It was now 1997, Terry was almost 30 years old, and he knew he was
Come on, bro, with these ads, bro.
never going to get the consistent NFL job. Over his 7-year career, Terry played in a total of 26 NFL games and secured a total of 5 tackles. Feeling defeated with absolutely no direction to go in, it was actually his wife who brought up that promise that he made to her back in college. She said, "Let's take the girls to Hollywood and make movies." But how does a guy with no money, no connections, and a family of 4...
Real woman activity. We need women like this. Hold you down until the motherfucking end. That's a real woman. Real woman activity. She told that man, you remember the dream? Let's go make these movies. Yeah. Talking about.
Or survive in Hollywood. Well, he started by asking his former Washington Redskins teammate Ken Harvey for money.
And I was taking these loans from my friend, continued to take, I probably took about 20, 30 loans from this guy. And he was a pro football player. He's my good friend, Ken Harvey. He's still my good friend to this day. And that's what's so amazing. He stopped and said, hey man, I asked him for one more loan. He said, dude, that's it. I can't do it anymore.
Terry lived off his friend's money for a year and a half trying to get a job working behind the scenes of a Hollywood production. He was unsuccessful. Desperate to pay the bills, he went to a temp agency to find work where they gave him a job sweeping factory floors for $8 an hour.
Sweeping floors humbled me. Like there's a breaking that you have to go through. Because there was a long time I wouldn't do that. Right. And I was like, hey man, you know, I'm too proud for this. And what would everybody think if they see me sweeping the floor? Right. And my wife was like, they don't know you.
After sweeping floors, Terry used his natural size and NFL pass to apply for security work. He landed multiple jobs in LA working security outside of various Hollywood studios. In 1999, he was working outside the set during the filming of Next Friday, starring Ice Cube and Mike Epps. Terry's job on that set was to secure, aka just watch Ice Cube's car for 12 hours.
And I was out there literally watching Cube's car. And you know, and there I was, I'm like, I'm in the business. But I was so far from anything happy.
Through working security, Terry met a friend.
This man was 30-something years old and still found a way to be successful after going through all that. And still found a way to get money and be successful. You gotta clap that shit up, bro. And his woman stayed beside him. Nigga, that's real dedication. I fuck with that. That's real love.
Who was a location manager. Location managers basically just oversee all of the various locations of a film production, and they also hire security to secure those locations.
Well, he's like, dude, we're doing this really intense movie at the Jungle right now with Denzel Washington. You gotta come check it out. I came on set as a visitor. I've always realized that you just have to go. Like if you just show up, a lot of times your opportunities are there. I was watching Denzel prepare and I was studying him and I was like, this is how an actor at the top of his game does his thing. Well, the director walks over to me, Antoine Fuqua, and he said, hey man, you wanna be in this movie? I said, Yeah, I was like, sir, whatever you need me to do. It was wild. And he said, I'm gonna find ways to use you in the movie. And I was like, whatever you need. And I didn't get one dime for training day. I just showed up, I volunteered. I said, whatever I can do.
I didn't know that either.
I just want to help the movie. I want this to be the best thing ever.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Oh no, he was. Yeah, he was.
Terry's uncredited role in the film was so small and seemingly so insignificant, yet it was the reason why he got his big break in Hollywood. Training Day was a $100 million box office hit, and it just so happened to be one of Ice Cube's favorite movies. And when Ice Cube was watching Training Day, he remembered Terry Crews as the security guard from his set 2 years ago. So he got in contact with Crews and asked him to audition for his next film, Friday After Next.
They remembered me. So I got a chance to audition for Friday After Next. And I remember us sitting in the waiting room, me and Cat Williams, hoping, praying one day we would be able to, be in this movie. Cat Williams and I decided we were gonna go all in. There was gonna be no holding back. If you look at the scenes with Cat Williams and I, it's almost like an intense drama.
Although Friday After Next was not a box office
I've never watched that movie. I actually want to watch it though.
smash, the Friday series was a cult classic loved by millions more than the financials indicate. Terry Crews was officially in. All of what he calls Black Hollywood knew his name, his face, and he was ready to take over.
I knew I was in my destiny. When I say, and this is what I'm saying, I found my destiny. It was so wild because I didn't even want money anymore.
Do you need a free, easy way to capture your gameplay? Introducing Outplay. Record anything on your PC.
I want that feeling again. You know what I mean? It's too, because you could talk about athletes and money and all that stuff, but there's a point when I'm sure when you just catching and doing everything right, you want to chase that again.
Despite Terry seeming like he was on top of the world, he was still suffering through dark times. One Christmas that he calls the Christmas from Hell, he decided to take his children and his wife back to Flint, Michigan to see his family. Fearful of his father, also known as Big T, resorting back to his old ways, Terry told him to keep his composure in front of the grandchildren. But once the alcohol got flowing, Big T lashed out, and he hit Terry's mom in front of the children, knocking her tooth out of place.
Damn. I said, so what's going on? Nothing. I said, didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you not to act up? Didn't I tell you? CT. Bam! Grown-ass man now. I hit him. Then my brother came in.
Wow.
Bam! We beat his ass, CT. Now let me tell you something. This is the thing. Now this is what I want everybody to get. I didn't feel better. I didn't feel better. It didn't work.
Terry learned right there and then that physical violence is never going to solve his problems.
Because the thing is, with all this stuff, you have to rise above. I wasn't rising above. I went down with him. I went to his level. This is why gang members, when you shoot back, now you just like everybody else.
Right with him.
You right there with him. There's a moment that I had to choose to rise above, but I didn't.
After this incident, Terry did not return home for over a decade. He went back
That's definitely real for real.
to Hollywood and masked his pain through his work. Crews had not yet proved himself as a lead in Hollywood. He was only getting minor roles, but he had a drive and dedication like no other. He said yes to almost everything, which led to him filming 4 movies per year. But the one role that earned him global superstardom was his role as Latrell in White Chicks. White Chicks is about 2 fumbling FBI agents who disguise themselves as mega-rich princesses to infiltrate high society, with the obvious caveat that they are black men disguising themselves as
we ain't gonna speak on that.
That's insane though. I think that's really insane to be a grown man and play a role like this. Just because you have to literally switch your entire mindset from being a man to being a woman and acting it out. It's just crazy to think about, but hey, they did it.
white women. That fact alone was enough to get people extremely interested in the film. Terry had met Damon Wayans through his work. Damon is related to Keenan Ivory Wayans, who is Hollywood royalty, producing comedy classics like In Living Color, Scary Movie, Don't Be a Menace to South Central, among others. The Wayans invited Cruise to audition for White Chicks, and Terry impressed Keenan, so much so that when he got the part as Latrell, the comedy legend often told Cruise to basically freestyle on set. Terry never felt more comfortable as an actor and comedian, and he knew this was his time to shine. In the film, Cruise plays the role of pro basketball player Latrell Spencer, who is attracted to Tiffany not knowing that she is actually Marcus disguised as a woman.
Santa must have come early this year, because you were first on my Christmas list.
Woo, there it is right there.
I want to know, are you naughty or nice?
Sorry, I'm not interested.
I'll take that as naughty.
Throughout the entire film, Tiffany is trying to do whatever she can to make Latrell disinterested, whether that be pigging out in front of him or even letting one rip, but it doesn't work. Everything she does just makes Latrell more interested.
Nah, that shit was... Nah, that shit was crazy.
Girl, we gonna get along just fine. Back at you.
But the most iconic scene from this film that defined Terry Crews's entire career was when he picked...
Are you ready for a career change? Gain new skills and switch to a career you'll love.
Yo, they throwing me off with the
Tiffany to go out to eat, turned on the radio, and sang Every Word to 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton. The most shocking part about this scene was that it was actually filmed in just one take. It only took one take because Terry actually loved this song and knew every single word to it before ever stepping onto the movie set. Despite being hilarious in the entire film, Terry's career drastically changed from this scene.
Doing that in one take is pretty good.
Alone.
Slowly but surely,
it's crazy.
Everything just started to change for me. People would give me my mail, like, making my way downtown. And they were like, do the song, do the song.
White Chicks grossed over $100 million in the box office, but it is widely regarded as a cult classic. He became recognized globally and his Hollywood presence skyrocketed. From there, Cruise got a taste of the Adam Sandler stimulus package when he secured a role in The Longest Yard, which was a film about a washed-up former professional football quarterback who goes to prison and is forced to assemble a team to play against the guards. Terry's character, Cheeseburger Eddie, is known for being able to get any item from the McDonald's menu into their prison.
I knew you couldn't resist my...
Nah, this was a good movie for real.
I got the shakes that'll make you quake. I got the fries that'll cross your eyes. I got the burgers that'll...
Just burgers.
He also did one of the cleanest robot dances you will ever see. Terry continued to steamroll through cult classics, securing the role as the president in Idiocracy. Idiocracy was written and directed by the legendary Mike Judge, who thought Terry was an absolute perfect fit for President Camacho, a former professional wrestler and also prawn star.
Shit. I know bad right now, with all that starving bullshit and the dust storms, and we running out of French fries and burrito coverings. Yeah. But I got a solution.
That's what you said last time, dipshit.
Ironically, President Camacho would have a decent chance at winning the actual presidential election today, but it was again a connection that Terry Crews made on set that would get him another career-defining role, which was portraying Chris Rock's father on the TV sitcom Everybody Hates Chris.
Everybody Hates Chris.
I opened that up. He's like, I want you to play my dad. Because he saw me and my wife and my 2 kids out there in Santa Fe, New Mexico, when we was filming Longest Yard. He was watching. And that's the thing on other people. You got to remember, everybody is watching. Everybody is watching. And so then I played Chris's dad on Everybody Hates Chris for 4 years straight. This man, when I look at my life, man,
I remember that show on television, but I never used to watch it. Comment below if you used to watch it or not.
It's straight.
Man, y'all, if you ain't watched Everybody Hates Chris, go watch that. I think it's on Paramount. Hey, I'll be back. Hold on. Give me
Listen, man, when I look at my life, man, I just thank God for every opportunity.
Everybody Hates Chris is an extremely highly rated sitcom, achieving a near perfect score from both fans and critics.
Wow.
And although it is a comedy, it is primarily about adolescence and family life in inner city poverty, the determined struggles of decent parents trying to provide a better life and values for their family, which made Terry the perfect candidate for the role, as that kinda explains his real life. Cruz's character Julius was loved for his insane levels of frugality.
I know you're not gonna throw that away. Eat that. That's 30 cents worth of oatmeal. Unplug that clock, boy. You can't tell time when you sleep. It's 2 cents an hour.
Throughout his career, Terry constantly broke the trope that muscular African Americans had to be portrayed as tough gangsters. Muscles aren't funny was a common thought in the industry, and Terry knew he could break that barrier. He didn't need to pretend to be something he wasn't for the approval of Hollywood. He didn't have to build some facade and maintain it so he could get consistent work. He always remained himself, and that's why fans loved him. Terry Crews is a giant muscular teddy bear that deserves to be loved and appreciated. After his hard work through the 2000s, Terry Crews was officially an A-list superstar, but his dark past that he hid from his wife was at its tipping point. Not the money, the fame, nor the acceptance from the world could distract him from the secret he was hiding from his family. And on his darkest day, to what he now calls D-Day, is when he had to admit to his wife that he had cheated on her.
Years go by, but my wife was always suspicious, like, you know, what's up with you, Terry? And I'm like, I'm good. And I remember starting arguments, so she would stop talking. You start to forget which lie you told. You know, things start to conflate and mixing up, and the pornography never stopped. It would be at a lull, but I'd go like a month and be like, oh wow, I'm good. And then February 2010, she was like, what is it I don't know about you, Terry Crews? And I'm like, what she has to complain about? You know, it's a good life, you know? And the question I would ask her, and I would literally ask myself, was like, why doesn't she believe me? When the question I should have been asking is, why am I lying? You know, and I had blamed her for not believing me. That's how deep it goes. And I'm gonna tell you, success is the warmest place to hide. You get a lot of sycophants. You get a lot of people telling you, you're right. I had tons of people like, man, you good. In comparison to everybody else, oh my God, you never hit your wife. You bring the money home, you do all this stuff. But I was not real. I was a lie. I was living a lie. And when I told my wife, I heard this gasp on the other end, and I was like, oh boy, I think it's over. And she said, you know, I'm done. She said, I don't know who you are. I have no idea. Because see, to me, it happened 10 years ago. But to her, it happened today.
Most men in Hollywood, or in general, would have listened to their ego. They would have convinced themselves that their infidelity was no big deal, and it's menial compared to what other men do. Additionally, a Hollywood star like Terry Crews would probably have left their wife and just married some 21-year-old. But then, how would his kids view him? You see, Terry Crews was trying to be the role model that his father never was. He also loved his wife and cherished her loyalty to him. She stuck by him when he was nothing. She believed in him, and he knew that was something he could not just let go. They spent years repairing their relationship, but today they use their story as a way to help other couples revive their relationships.
So now, this is what you have to do. And I was totally prepared to live the rest of my life by myself, because knowing what I'd done, I was like, would I forgive me? See, that was the big thing. Like, would I forgive me? And you know what the answer was? No. No.
Yeah.
She did.
Many people praise Terry for opening up about his vulnerabilities. He says he constantly receives emails and messages from people that he has inspired to get help for their addictions, or dive deeper into their faith to find answers for their darkness. However, not everyone thought him being vulnerable was honorable. Some of them thought it was funny. More specifically, when he announced to the world that he was assaulted, guys like 50 Cent, Nick Cannon, and others publicly mocked him. On October 10th, 2017, Terry tweeted, "This whole thing with Harvey Weinstein is giving me PTSD. Why? Because this kind of thing happened to me. My wife and I were at a Hollywood function last year, and a high-level Hollywood executive came over to me and groped my privates. Jumping back, I said, 'What are you doing?' My wife saw everything and we looked at him like he was crazy. He just grinned like a jerk." The alleged perpetrator was Adam Vennet, who was the head of motion pictures for Morris Endeavor Entertainment, an American holding company for talent and media agencies with a net worth of around $6.9 billion, servicing A-list clients like Jake Gyllenhaal, Christian Bale, Hugh Jackman, Denzel Washington, and even Elvis Presley. Based on the casual nature of Terry's tweet, it was kind of hard to take him seriously. Then when he went on national news to tell his story, they realized this was no joke.
Back in February 2016, I was assaulted by Adam Vennet, who is the head of the motion picture department at William Morris Endeavor, one of the biggest agencies in the world. He's connected to, probably everyone I know in the business. I did not know this man.
So you did not know him before this?
I have never had a conversation with him, ever. I'm looking at him, and he's basically staring at me, and he's sticking his tongue out, and it's overtly sexual kind of tongue moves. And I'm sitting there like, it's a party, it's packed, the whole thing, and I'm looking like, is this a joke? I mean, I don't understand. It was actually so bizarre. And he keeps coming over to me. He comes over to me. I stick my hand
Ain't nothing
out,
about a man
and he
grabbing
literally
your balls.
takes his hand and puts it and squeezes my genitals. And I'm jump back like, hey. And he's like, and he's still licking his tongue out and all this stuff. And I go, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then he comes back again, and he just won't stop. And then I really got forceful. Pushed him back. He bumps into all the other party goers, the whole thing, and he starts giggling and laughing. And let me tell you, Mike, I have never felt more emasculated, more objectified.
So you didn't think anybody would believe you if you came forward?
Last year, no. Actually, I let it go. Actually, I put it in the back of my head, and I understood why women everywhere had to let it go. But let me tell you, when the Weinstein thing started happening, I got PTSD. I was going, oh my God, this exact thing happened to me.
Shortly after Terry reported this, he got a call from Adam Vennet himself.
I get a call, here it's him on the line. I'm sorry, I was drunk, I wasn't myself that night. And I said, hey man, you gotta understand the depth of what you did in front of my wife. I said, man, you don't even know how close you got to really being hurt. And I said, you need some help. I said, you need to go get help. And he was like, yeah, okay.
Was it sincere? Did you feel like it was sincere?
No. It's like when people are sorry.
That man not sincere.
After
That
telling
man
his
did
story
that
to
and
the
he
world, Terry then decided to file
one.
a police report with the LAPD about the incident.
Cruz first talked publicly about this last month.
People have to be held accountable. We're gonna go all the way.
Determined to get justice,
at Job Corps, you could work towards a career.
Job Corps provides free schooling, free tuition, free housing, free food.
Free training, free food, free place to stay, great experiences.
You can make your goals come true.
It's free education, it's food, and it's a place to stay.
There's over 100 Job Corps campuses. Join Job Corps.
Sign up for Job Corps. I think people definitely should sign up.
It's a chance of a lifetime.
I'm sorry, y'all.
The holidays take a lot of effort. Shop at Safeway.com to save time.
Cruz filed a lawsuit against Adam Vennet. Russell Simmons, a record executive who has never done any business with Terry Crews in his life, emailed Terry asking him if he would give the agent a pass. But Terry remained firm. Nobody gets a pass.
I ignored it. When he emailed me at first, I ignored it, and then all of a sudden he's like, I got zero tolerance for this thing. I'm like, wait a minute, you say you got zero tolerance, but you told me to get a dude a pass when the dude did it to me. I said, that's because abusers protect abusers. This culture protects it. They protect each other like that.
Terry even told his story in front of the Senate.
My name is Terry Crews. I am an actor, author, former athlete, advocate, and a survivor of a sexual assault. This past year, we have seen powerful men in Hollywood and elsewhere finally held accountable for sexual harassment and assault. We also saw the backlash survivors faced after coming forward.
It's sad that people say, we need to care more about men who are SA'd too, but when men speak up about it, they oftentimes get made fun of and ridiculed. The people who should be ridiculed are the gross assailants, not the victims. Since this was at the heart of the Me Too movement, where most people speaking out were called opportunists and liars, many raised the argument that nobody could possibly assault a 250-pound muscular beast like Terry Crews, essentially proposing the idea that he was lying or doing this for attention. 50 Cent was one of the many who ridiculed him. On Instagram, he posted an image of a shirtless Terry Crews with the words, "I got R-worded. My wife just watched." It also featured a second photo of Crews in a suit with a rose in his mouth with the words, "Gym time." In the caption, he wrote, "LOL, what the F is going on here, man? Terry, I froze in fear. They would have had to take me to jail. Get the strap." 50 doubled down on his comments in an interview with Larry King.
Terry Crews is like the Hulk. This guy's like huge, and he when he gets into a scenario, starts to explain the scenario because he was speaking to the Senate, and the lady asked him, "Well, you didn't do anything. You didn't like push him off," or and I just couldn't get how he said that he didn't, like he froze, like he was afraid.
And Terry was approached and asked to respond to 50's comments. He took the high road.
Today, 50 Cent took a shot at you on one of his posts, saying that saying with how big you are, how could this have happened to you?
Yeah.
And he said if it had happened to him, he would have grabbed this strap.
Well, I love 50 Cent. I listen to his music while I'm working out. That's the deal.
Amanda, the stairs.
I love
anything about how big you are? Is that something is that a fair comment by him?
Well, first of all, I proved that size doesn't matter when it comes to sexual assault.
But that didn't stop the conversation around Terry. In fact, it just poured more gas on the fire. Some people even started to ponder if Terry was gay, and that maybe he liked it.
Is there a chance that Terry just might be gay and hasn't come out the closet yet?
Let me tell you something. When I saw that today, right, it with me for a split second, because I had the same thought that you just had. When you're from the street, and now Terry Crews from Flint. He's from Flint, Michigan. I don't know nobody else. Some of the coldest gangsters I know come out of Flint, Michigan. So what the fuck he was trying to prove with the purse and the boots, I don't get it because it doesn't prove anything. And to the LGBTQ, to the Terry Crewses of the world, listen, we're not here to bash nobody. Some things are just misconstrued. And don't forget, we are entitled to our opinions also.
More of Terry's peers chimed in, like comedian D.L. Hewley.
What do you think of the whole Terry Crews thing?
I think it's hard for me to think that a dude with all those muscles can't tell an agent to not touch his ass.
His ass or his...
Whatever. Now, hey, motherfucker, God gave you muscles so you can say no.
Presumably fed up for being mocked and ridiculed for over a year, Terry kind of snapped at DL, and the way he responded,
"Getting 8 ads every 20 minutes is actually diabolical.
Yeah, the
ad blocker that actually works on Twitch
just caused even more controversy. He got into a back and forth with DL Hewley on Twitter where DL suggested that he should have slapped the executive for groping him, to which Terry replied, "So sir, if you truly feel that is a correct way to deal with toxic behavior, should I slap the shit out of you?" This tweet absolutely exploded with 227,000 likes, but they were just in it for the drama. Many others felt like Terry crossed a line.
So let me get this straight. He want to slap the black man for commenting on his situation, but he does nothing to the white man who created the situation by molesting him and basically dry-raping him in front of his wife.
Nick Cannon jumped in on the conversation. While he said he respects the way Terry handled the situation,
he did file the lawsuit though. He ain't do nothing at all. It's not like he kept hush-hush. But he was just really, Terry Crews was just going with the logic that D.L. Hewley, however you say his name is, was using.
He doesn't think that absolves him from being joked on.
A little chubby white man grabbed your nuts and you ain't do shit. That's funny. You a big ass mother. We gonna joke about that.
Right.
You come on Wildin' Out, it's gonna be nut grabbing jokes for the whole episode.
Nah, but I'm not gonna lie though. Honestly speaking, if a situation like that really does happen, shit's gonna have to happen. It's gonna have to happen. Cause what are you doing? And it's twice. It's true. Twice though. Twice is not going down, bro. It's not going down. Yo, hell nah.
Like, because it happened in the public. We're talking about. It's not.
Try to do it to him
we
twice.
can joke about this. There's no hate involved in this, but that's how you get over that. Humor heals. Like,
Right,
let's talk about it. So he can't. I don't agree with him jumping out there and you know, badgering all of these other people who are just talking about it. Like, yeah. Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, they made jokes about it too. Why you not getting crazy with them?
Nobody seemed to acknowledge that if Terry Crews beat the snot out of this guy, he would be labeled as the crazy black guy who overreacted and beat up the innocent white executive who was just playing a little joke. Unfortunately, Terry's lawsuit never got to see a trial, and a settlement was reached between Venett and Crews, meaning Terry did get some sort of payout. Venett denied the allegations in court documents, claiming his actions towards Crews were not sexual and caused no harm. However, Crews claims that the case was thrown out because Venett was in the LAPD's pockets. He tweeted, "Adam Venett has been the event chairman of the LAPD Foundation, which raises millions for the LAPD. Anyone wonder why my assault case against him was thrown out by the DA? Yeah. #MeToo. Terry risked his career to try to expose the dark reality of a Hollywood executive, and for that, he was mocked and ridiculed by his peers. Some of them will never work with Terry because of this, but it doesn't really seem like it impacted his ability to get work. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Terminator Salvation, The Expendables 1, 2, and 3, Bridesmaids, Arrested Development, The Ridiculous Six, Sorry to Bother You, Deadpool 2, hosting America's Got Talent, and even becoming the most iconic Old Spice spokesman in history, it's safe to say that standing up for what was right paid off in the end. All of Terry's decisions, even if deemed controversial, were done in the spirit of being the man his father never was. Terry is redefining masculinity, constantly asking himself, what is the right thing to do as a husband and as a father? And despite all the pain, torment, and abuse his father put onto him, he forgave him, and they made amends.
And I got with my father, and I forgave him. I learned, I said, you know what? My wife taught me forgiveness. I need to forgive you. And I'll never forget these words. I said, you know what? I've been waiting on you to say you're sorry. You know what? I am going to say right now, that if I could choose my parents, I'd choose you because I came through you. I'm not from you. I came through you. You didn't come from your parents. You came through them. So you do not have to take the stuff that they have. You can choose what to take. You can choose the good or choose the bad. You don't have to settle for, well, this is what we did, this is how we are. So I told him that, and he broke down.
Crews had it rough, man. Not gonna lie. Bro had it rough. But you gotta respect the hustle, you gotta respect the grind. That man made him a way. Even after 30 years old, he made him a way. Got him endless movies. You know me? White chicks will always be making my way downtown, walking, and I'm gonna, and I need you. Yeah. But nah, man, that's the video for today. But y'all like, comment, subscribe on the video. I'm gonna drop more videos and more reaction videos later on. And yeah, we gone, y'all. Y'all have a good one.